Grand Seiko turned 60 and issued a new watch for the occasion and launched the Grand Seiko Owners Club. I attended the Grand Seiko 60th birthday party where they previewed these items. Let's take a look at both on this episode of Adventures with Time. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Adventures with Time, where I chronicle my activities as a watch collector. If this type of content interests you, then why not subscribe to this channel? And most importantly, ring that bell icon so that you are alerted whenever I publish new videos. December 18th, 2020 was the 60th anniversary of Grand Seiko. In celebration of this event, Grand Seiko has issued a new limited edition watch and is launching the United States chapter of the GS9 Club. The GS9 Club is a membership organization for Grand Seiko owners, previously exclusive to Japan. But before we talk about the club, let's talk about the new watch. This is the SBGE 263, a US exclusive watch limited to just 110 pieces. The watch is available for pre-order now for $6,700 US, with shipping by the end of January 2021. This is a watch similar to the existing spring drive GMT sports models, references SBGE 253, 255, and 257, but includes design elements to represent the American eagle. A brown dial inspired by the U.S. national bird, the bald eagle with its brown plumage, a gold GMT arrow representing the eagle's beak, and a swirl texture to the dial representing the eagle's wings. Other than those, this watch appears to be similar to the existing models, of course with a slightly higher price tag. I'll be interested to see if and how quickly this model sells out, since it is limited to just 110 pieces. As I reported in one of my first Grand Seiko videos, I was considering their SBGN 003 GMT. Although similar to the spring drive GMT models, it was based on their quartz movement and has some slightly different dimensions. But I'm not sure if I like a brown dial watch. I'd have to see it on my wrist to judge, and that is probably not going to be possible given the pre-order process for this watch and again the very limited 110 pieces. But tell me, what do you think about this brown dial model? Does it interest you? I've been watching all of the new releases from Grand Seiko as well as reviewing their existing catalog to find a watch that interests me and suits my style of watch. I've come close on a couple of them, but really haven't found the one that really is enticing me to purchase. And this new Eagle isn't that one either. But I'll keep looking, and I'm sure one of these days I'll find just the perfect Grand Seiko watch for me. Now let's talk about the GS9 Club. I'm sure watch brand owners clubs exist for other brands, but the only other one I know about is the Patek Philippe owners platform to which I belong. And like that one, the GS9 Club is limited to those who purchased a Grand Seiko watch as of March 23, 2017, which is the date that Grand Seiko became an independent entity. And you must have purchased your watch from a U.S. authorized retailer such as a Grand Seiko boutique, salon, or master shop. You'll have to provide your personal and watch information for your club registration to be reviewed and approved. Now, the GS9 Club currently centers around the club website, www.grandseikogs9club.com, which, by the way, is not limited to members only. Much of the site is accessible by non-members, including history and other articles. However, there is content limited to members only, including certain articles in their digital magazine, Chronicle 9. Member-only content seems to be identified by the GS9 logo on the article icon. There are also going to be GS9 Club events which will be limited to members only. The first being in March of 2021 with a virtual live discussion with the craftspeople of the new Grand Seiko studio Shizukuishi. And for you swag aficionados, there will be GS9 branded apparel. Joe Clark, who ran the event I attended, was wearing a GS9 logo lapel pin. Sorry I didn't have a clear picture of it. He indicated that there will be other gear available, such as polo shirts. I think this type of club for brand watch owners is a nice idea. It sort of makes you feel special. However, it is not something which would drive me to purchase a watch that I wasn't otherwise planning to buy. I assume you feel the same way. By the way, why the 9 in GS9? The number 9 in Japanese is Q, and Q also means ultimate. That is why all of the Grand Seiko movements start with the number 9 to indicate that these are ultimate movements. 9S mechanical, 9F quartz, and 9R spring drive. A new tidbit of information that I didn't know before. The more I learn about Grand Seiko and their innovations in technology and design, the more I want a Grand Seiko watch. If you've been a viewer of my channel, you may have seen my other videos on the Grand Seiko watches, including this one on the troubles I've had buying a Grand Seiko watch, and this one on their new 2020 Seasons watch. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.